All right, so this video is specifically talking about hurricane waters, rain waters, thunderstorm water. Um, Specifically, we'll get into river and lake water later, but water that is readily local for you to collect, just sitting a glass jar or something outside of your home. Now, what you can do is to help with what's going on, this spiritual warfare, this subconscious warfare going on. You can collect hurricane water. Okay, so an example is I am collecting hurricane water from Hurricane Lee. Now, Hurricane Lee, I looked up what Lee means, and Lee means to move into the woods, to clear the woods or the meadows. Now, you have to understand that they name these hurricanes specific things, and those who know. They're not just random like names. So when you hear about a hurricane and you choose to do this ritual as to collect hurricane water, remember to look up the name and possibly what oceans it may be affecting. So I set a clear bowl outside and put pointed clear crystals in it. Now, the reason for that is to crystallize inside of those crystals, because I'm going to be using the crystals for something later. So the water you collect, when you bring it in after the storm, you strain it, put it in a bottle, like not a clear bottle, maybe like an amber bottle, because it's being used as a part of your spiritual warfare tools. Okay, so you take that, run it through a cheesecloth or whatever. Now you will need vodka. Not flavored vodka, plain vodka, anything 80 proof and up. You will need vodka so you can stabilize the frequency. Understand that a hurricane is for destruction, but yet purification. It goes, this is for thinking about what's happening within our minds. So if we're having blockages or we're having problems with being able to keep a certain frequency, or battling with negative thoughts, negative feelings, trying to stay away from this 3D, this illusionary world, and stick to the plan, or fight in the war. This is what hurricane water can do. So like I said, Lee means to clear the woods, clear the meadows. Woods are symbolic for the deep recesses of your mind. So when you use hurricane water, now hold on, let me pause for just a second. So you take the water and you're stabilizing. Now my personal water, I put wintergreen in. Wintergreen helps with deep sounds, like clairaudience, and helping you hear better far as sound waves, and also intuitive channeling, downloads, and things like that. But it's not the auditory. Well, it is a little bit of the auditory from the physical level, but it's more on a deep cellular level. You can hear your cells speaking to you. So I put wintergreen in mine, and peppermint just because menthol has a cool cut to the chase type of thing. So like I said, the Lee means clearing the woods, and clearing the woods means these folks out here, and I'm not saying folks, I'm saying like in the spiritual space, they're trying to back up. So imagine a war happening, and it's two, I don't want to say opposing, but two opposing folks are fighting, and the awakening of people is becoming more and more on a daily basis. So the front line can go back, and a new set can come up. So the front line can go back and refresh themselves, and another set is up. So it's not like it's just one line of warriors being able to fight the good fight. So when that happens, the other side is being dealt with, tore up, ravished. You understand what I'm saying? So they're backing up to retreat to the woods, and they're retreating to the woods to go regain their strength and re-strategize. Now, what that means is you, in mentally, this will, and emotionally, will put you in a space of weariness, and it will put you in a space of sometimes uncertainty, because it feels like what you've been fighting has now gained some strength, and that's not the case. So what you do with your hurricane water is take it into closed environments inside your house, inside your cars, and spray those environments. Because if you think about this on an energetic level, and we're bombarded with a bunch of energies, a cosmic soup. I said this on my last video on So when we're bombarded with this cosmic soup, you can clear that energy. You can clear an energetic space so that your mind is clear, no one is coming to attack you, and you can continue the good fight, if that makes sense. So that's what you can use the water for. Just a little tidbit that you can use the hurricane water for. I mean, I don't know if you guys do spells and things. You can use it on your spells. You can use it to purify your tools. But it's definitely a nice little weapon to keep in your arsenal. And like I said, you can add like essential oils, but understand, you have to have the vodka. You have to have the vodka or the brandy. You have to put a stabilizer in with it. That's the only way it will hold the frequency of the hurricane. Otherwise, it'll just fizzle out and, whatever. Now, this is also what I recommend. When you put that vodka in there, do not shake it up with the water. Spin it in a spiral vortex way. Energy does not blend. It harmonizes. Now, if you have it sitting somewhere for a long period of time, like maybe you might make it and use it at first and then it goes sit somewhere, you have to reactivate the energy. And this is when I pop it at the bottom, not shake. I hit it at the bottom to cause a reaction as to wake the molecules and wake the energy back up, and then spin it again. And I normally choose a number. You choose whatever number. I normally choose 7 or 8 pops, and then I spin it for 8 times. So this is just a ritual that you can use to help you during this spiritual warfare, and understand that this is affecting your waters. Remember, you are water. You are water. I mean, it's so serious that, y'all, last night I was experiencing motion sickness while asleep, because I was connecting with the ocean and what was going on with the storms. So I was experiencing nausea and motion sickness. When I sleep, I feel like I sleep I don't sleep like I can. Bobby Hemmett had said this before too. Like when he sleep, his body is asleep, but it's almost like it's something else inside looking out. Like, oh, I'm not asleep. And I don't know it exactly. It's a spirit, soul, my subconscious. Like, I'm not sure how to pinpoint it, but I do know that it seems like there's a part of me that's experiencing the sleep. Like somebody will say, like, oh, you was asleep, girl, you was asleep. And I'm like, no, I wasn't. I felt like I was wide awake. And that's how it felt. So like my body was asleep, but I was experiencing motion sickness. And Tiffany had said something about havoc. And I was reading that Hurricane Lee, they used the specific word wrecking havoc along the shorelines and the ocean lines and things like that. So anyway, use that if you want to clear the field, because like I said, we are literally in a cosmic soup, and that war, the spiritual warfare that is going on different levels, different dimensions, different spaces. Think of the holographic universe. different spaces we're being affected by. And for those that know, you have a way to help yourself, because no one's coming to save you, as we all know. So get into that. And yeah, it's wild. It's wild. It's wild. It's wild. It's wild. So all right, y'all. Mother Civ out. Hit me up on Instagram, Motha.civs.hatchings. Email me if you have any questions. I'm about to start offering 25 for 35 Q&As, crystal readings, crystal card readings. I'm about to start offering that starting Monday. I also am going to be, make sure you check my website in the next upcoming weeks. I'm going to be having sprays and aura sprays and stuff like that on there. Flower essences, gem essences, and those types of things. But yeah, it's wild in these streets. And you got to armor up. You got to armor up. So yeah. See y'all. Mommy Water out.